Good morning,
Double dash tab to
everyone.
activate
Happy
Theory.
Sunday. Today it is April 26th, 2026. The time is around 9:20 a.m. almost. It's around 9:17. Welcome, everyone, to another morning reflection, guys. I am here, guys, at my Auntie Dolly's house. I'm not at home. And, you know, as I told you guys a couple of days ago, I'm spending one night there. I went to her house yesterday afternoon, and today I'm going back home. So it's just one night to kind of make up for like the 2 months that we didn't see each other in person. Because since I told you a couple of days ago, guys, I really miss her. So it's yeah. Anyways, guys, welcome to our morning reflection, guys. I gotta tell you some good news. So last night I actually slept a bit better. I actually slept much better than the previous nights. I slept much better, guys. I had a restful night yesterday. My body had to do a lot of catching up with the lack of sleep that I got for a couple days. And today I woke up nice and refreshed, back to normal. But now new thoughts are coming into my mind, guys. My mind is creating like scenarios and stories and stuff. But last night, guys, I may have heard the hum or maybe some random noises in my mind. It's not really just hums. I would just consider it as random noises for like a second. And then what I did is my body, of course, reacted, but I treated those sensations as clouds in the sky, guys. So basically, I was acting like the observer of my thoughts. Treat those thoughts like something passing by you, instead of pushing it away or grabbing onto it too tightly. Just do what you're doing, and then just whenever that thought comes, just let it pass. Let it rise, let it peak, and then let it fade. And it's not easy in these situations, but I started doing it yesterday, guys, and guess what? My body felt safe again. My mind felt ready for sleep yesterday. I was so tired that I just went straight to bed. I was watching a little bit of News 12 for about maybe like 20 minutes because I really wanted to watch some News 12. But then I was just so tired. I just, said goodbye to my auntie. My auntie was sleeping next to me. And before I even knew it, I fell asleep. And then maybe I woke up around like 5, I think. I woke up briefly around like 5. And then I fell back asleep until like 7:30. Yeah, so my sleep felt really restorative last night. But I feel like I overslept because, as I said earlier, like maybe like in late March or in early April, I want to try to take care of my I want to try to keep my circadian rhythm balanced. Because tomorrow I have to wake up at 6 to go to school, like always. Today I was planning to wake up like at 6:30. Just 30 minutes off my weekly routine, so that way my body wouldn't have to my body wouldn't have to be confused. But I guess I overslept. Yeah, my body was just catching up, guys. But now my mind is creating scenarios about, I don't know, what can happen tonight. There's like a little uncertainty still because, there's a little bit of delicacy, guys. And it's a lesson learned because recovery does not happen, recovery is always not smooth. There's always some delicacy in it. There's always uncertainty even in recovery. You know, my mind is slowly learning that we can trust we can trust that we can sleep normally again. But at least for today, guys, I slept better. But now I'm going back home later, guys, and yeah, my mind is creating those different scenarios about what can happen tonight. Am I gonna sleep good? There's no answer, guys. There's no answer on that one, because the only answer is maybe yes, maybe not. That's the only answer. And instead of grabbing onto those scenarios, we can just let it exist and let it fade. Because like I told you guys on before Mindfulness Day, nothing lasts forever. Our thoughts are temporary. They rise, they peak, and then they fade just like ocean waves. And I feel like I'm not just reminding you guys, but I'm also reminding myself too. Just by saying it right now at this second. And now, guys, switching topics. I wonder if you guys may have heard of the Artemis 2 launch in early April. That was definitely my favorite. That got me curious. Because, first of all, it is literally their second time going to the moon since 1972. And, you know, it's really interesting to know about, like, the chemicals that they use, which in this case, in the Orion spacecraft, was liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. I was going to say nitrogen, because, you know, those kind of rhyme. Well, you know, rocket ships are delicate. Rocket ships are very delicate and has to be taken care of. Because astronauts cannot just sit down and let their thoughts pass like we would normally do. Or just sit down and take even a minute, because they gotta respond quickly to any errors that can occur. You know, they have to be extremely alert. Which I'm not a type of person who wants to be alert, because, you know, I like to be just a neutral person. You know, I like practicing mindfulness. I like letting those stories and scenarios pass by. Now, for me in this case, guys, what would be considered bigger than thoughts, it's stories. Just like my mind is doing right now, it's creating like those scenarios of tonight. Even though, you know, I already slept better last night. But, you know, there's still like a sense of delicacy. Like you know, like the trust in my own self is coming back. Yeah, so just by letting go and by moving forward, you know, we can slowly gain our trust within our body, and slowly go back to our normal routines again, our normal sleep again. But now my mind has learned something throughout these couple days. It has been an experience that was definitely really, really challenging, of course. But, you know, the important thing is that I went through. And I seeked reassurance from ChatGPT all the time, which I feel like it became like a habit almost yesterday. Because whenever I would feel that uncertainty, I would go straight to my phone and open ChatGPT and go to my chat and then tell ChatGPT about my concern. But there's a question behind this. What if I can hold at least a little uncertainty? because that's how we can also slowly learn the process. Because when we are in these moments, guys, our minds are seeking for validation and certainty, which can bring some relief temporarily, but it can like keep the loop going. So instead of quickly opening my phone, why not try just sitting with the uncertainty for like 10 minutes? And then you'll see that the feeling kind of shifts even slightly. And then I found out that I didn't need to open ChatGPT just for reassurance. I can hold on to a little bit of uncertainty. Because also this connects to the fact that AI is not going to help you with your emotions. I told you guys a couple days ago that we sometimes seek for external satisfaction and stuff, or that really connects to what happened yesterday. We seek for validations when we're in situations like that, like what's happening to me. Yeah. But also a really powerful thing to remind yourself is that once that situation is resolved, like me sleeping better last night, just reminding myself that that situation is already in the past is a powerful thing to do. Because it's true, it's already in the past now, guys. A couple hours ago. Yeah. So it's not gonna be nothing perfect, guys. My mind is still gonna be creating stories, but the important thing is that I'm aware of that and, not creating more stories in the already in the story, like not creating more stories on top of the story that my mind is creating now. Because if you create more story, then the loop strengthens. Yeah. So a brief explanation, guys. Some people have been asking me, why is my video blank? Like they cannot see anything in my video. Well, I'm doing this, guys, because of privacy purposes. I'm a totally blind person, and if I try to point the camera at something, it might be showing somebody's face, and I cannot see at all like where I'm pointing the camera at. And if I point the camera at somebody's face, it can be a minor. And I don't want to be showing people's faces, because especially I don't want to show my face either, because then some random people can start looking for me. That's why, guys, we want to maintain our privacy. That's why I'm putting the camera like upside down, so that I wouldn't have to worry about like any private information that can be seen in the camera that should not be seen in the video. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Yesterday was my mindfulness anniversary, guys. It was. I totally forgot about listening to the audiobook. I might do that today. But I'm gonna be editing my video today, guys. I'm probably gonna go to YouTube Create. Today I might also do some AI simulation too. Using the YouTube Create app, I might today my plans for today might include doing some AI simulation. Making a scene with video generation on YouTube Create, and edit it from there. Add sound and stuff, or add voiceover, which I know how to do. Simply, press the go back button, and then there's the voiceover feature next to all those other features like sounds, audio cleanup and all those things. So when you press voiceover, there's a start recording button, and then you record what you want to say. So yeah, those are my plans for today. As long as I don't go to mindless scrolling and stuff, then that's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna close the door, because yeah. So, well, I'm gonna go home later today. And if that's the case, guys, well, I'm gonna miss my Auntie Dolly's house for a couple days. Hopefully I can go again during the weekend. Hopefully I can go there again during the weekend, guys, because on Saturdays I have Lighthouse. On the 16th will be my last day of program, so then after that, I'm gonna have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at my house, at her house, not just Saturday and Sunday. And I'm excited for that, guys. But the thing I don't like is that I have school after that. I have school tomorrow. And that means harder work. Again. More homework assignments. But I might soon start finding out that in May, classes might eventually become more lighter by the end of the month. Or towards June, it might become more lighter. Because I have been noticing that pattern, you know, for many years that I have been in the school. Yeah. Alright, everyone. We are going to conclude for today.
No previous heading. Pause. Stop. Pause button.
We're going to conclude for today, guys. I hope everyone had enjoyed this morning reflection. And if you guys did, I recommend you guys to subscribe. And to turn on the notifications and comments. And leave a comment. To stay up to date with my latest videos, guys. So that my audience can grow. And we can be more connected. And I might possibly also start posting on Facebook too, because I already have my Facebook ready. I have some friends already that are going into my feed. But I will otherwise start creating videos on Facebook too. Alright, so see you guys later.
Capture. Pause button. Stop.